watching. My name is Elizabeth Gonzalez, and I work at Whatcom Community College as an outreach coordinator. I'm here today with a group of my colleagues from Whatcom, and we're going to talk a little bit about resources at Whatcom and basically what to look for in a college experience so that your time at a college is a lot easier. And some of those resources are going to be including TRIO, Triple S, and other on-campus resources that you might be able to access. So I already introduced myself, and I'm going to pass it along to Alan.
Hello, my name is Alan. My pronouns are he, him, they, theirs. So I work in TRIO Student Support Services. I'm their financial coach, and I also help two other programs on campus. And I help students one-on-one with their financial aid process and help them transition to a university as well as budgeting and other. I'm going to pass it on to Veronica.
Hello, everyone. I'm Veronica Perez. I am an academic completion coach for AIM, which is a TRIO program, and offer similar services to the Triple S program and work right alongside them.
Hi, everyone. I'm Juan Serrano, he, him, his pronouns. I'm also an academic advisor coach, as similar to Veronica, and we provide services for students that are first generation, lower income, student of color, and have placed under college level classes, and we're here to support you.
Thanks everyone for introducing yourselves. We're just going to talk about, we're going to answer a few questions and talk about resources that are available on our campus. And so I will get us started. So the first question is for Juan. Juan, what type of resources were supportive in helping you attain your degree?
Some of the resources that I know that helped me throughout my academic journey were similar programs like TRIO. I specifically used to be an AIM student, so they supported me throughout the process of helping me decide what classes to take, when to register, but also services, for example, like the Interculture Center or the Ethnic Student Center at the university. But through those centers, I was able to build a community that was really meaningful for me to encourage me and push me whenever I had moments of doubt or I was just like having a hard time navigating the education system. And so I would stress the importance of building community.
Thank you. The second question will be for Veronica. Are there any campus resources that made a difference in your life?
Yes, there are two resources that come to mind. The first being the ability to have on-campus work. I unfortunately didn't qualify for work study, but that didn't mean I couldn't apply for other jobs, and being able to go from class directly to my job and not have to leave was a huge difference. And I would usually go straight from my job to my second favorite resource, which was a open study lab for my major. And I would spend 3 to 4 hours, 3 to 4 nights a week in there studying, and just having access to that made the biggest difference in my grades.
So when you said one of the other resources that were your favorite, I thought you were going to say the gym, because for me, that was a major resource that I used on campus that, your tuition goes towards that. And it really helped me, keep a good routine and stay healthy and feel energized for my classes and honestly my whole day, because I also did work on campus, so that was a huge resource for me that made my life a lot easier. The next question can really be answered by any one of us. What did you miss out on that you wish you could have utilized earlier? For me, it was a lot. It was more about like resources that I knew existed, but I didn't really have like a reach on or time to like really use. So like the library has a lot of cool videos, documentaries, and things like that that I really wish I would have been able to view. But there's only a certain amount of time in the day. And
Yeah, similar to what you just said, Elizabeth, I don't feel bad like not engaging in certain activities or projects or organizations, but I missed out on all the technology that I could have had access to. Students can be creative and join clubs and use technology that their fees are paying for, but I think I wish I would have taken advantage of.
Yeah, and I mean, back when I was a student at Whatcom, there was no makerspace, there was no 3D printers and sticker makers
And
and
now you can check out drones, you can check
Yeah.
out like phone gimbals to record videos.
Mhm. So that if I was a student now, that's what I would take advantage of for sure.
Mine is definitely scholarships. I counted myself out for scholarships. You know, I carry a lot of privilege in my walk of life, being second generation, coming from a two income household. And so that I automatically thought, right, that I wasn't going to qualify for scholarships, that people weren't going to give me money. And boy, was I wrong. You know, now that I've learned, scholarships vary, and even a $250 scholarship one quarter can make a huge difference, whether it pays for school or pays for your bills or food or rent, right?
So yeah, the last question is, or the last couple questions are, does Trio provide any services that students could be missing out on in like a general college setting?
Yeah, I would say the biggest one that comes to mind is someone there to tell you there's resources that exist, right? If you just know, you can turn to one of us and say, hey, can we rent computers? Can we, what can I do about this issue I have in my life, or this question or curiosity? It doesn't even have to be a roadblock, right? But using us as kind of a compass to direct you to those resources, even if we don't dive into coaching or into the specifics of a student situation.
Yeah, so I work for Trio, as I mentioned earlier, and we do have funding. For example, Veronica mentioned being a student at Central Washington University. So if students shared an interest in wanting to see Central or Wazoo or maybe a university in Portland, and we can gather a bunch of students who wanted to see these campuses, we could use funding to see different campuses. We can provide funding in those aspects. We also have a connection with TutorMe, which is an online 24/7 tutoring service. So while I was on campus at Wacom, Trio didn't exist, and I wish it did exist. So luckily with Trio's connection, that's something that as you being a part of this program, you can seek these services. And then if you were to join Trio, you have ongoing support with scholarship research. So like I would be helping you or maybe someone else in Trio find resources that might take time to search for and see what benefits and requirements are being asked from you. So you don't have to do it alone. And sometimes that's a fear that students have, like, I don't qualify, this is so overwhelming. And you have that one-on-one support and coaching. And then the other thing we can help you is just understand like all the complicated system, like, oh, what is tuition? What happens if I drop a class? What if I had to repeat a class? Like all these questions that, like I said earlier, like they just become overwhelming and you can just have that one person. And as long as you stay connected with us, we'll recommend you, oh, maybe you could apply for this job or engage in this summer excursion, and you'll find limitless opportunities that maybe if you weren't connected, you wouldn't find. And with Trio and AIM, we might have opportunities for work study positions and part-time positions. So you could always find a job where you can develop a skill that you might want to gain for the future.
Yeah, thanks, Alan. So basically, yeah, that kind of sums up like what Trio provides, right, for students and why they should even consider trying to see if they're eligible for Trio, right? So I think that we can probably wrap up this video and thank everyone for viewing it.